Hey everyone, my name is Shardul Aneja, and I'm currently a college student at Rutgers University, New Brunswick. I am making this video to share with other college students who wish to find a filling meal, cost-effective meal they can make quickly. I'm currently studying exercise science at university. I want to be a physical therapist when I'm older. You can know more about me by clicking on that link. I write about my time at college. Maybe you can relate to it. And one of the reasons I'm making this video, besides cost-effective meal for college students, is I found a lot of people, a lot of my friends have complained about not having a balanced lifestyle, balanced diet, struggling to find that balance point between how expensive food is and how balanced of a meal it is. And I found this to be, in my opinion, a good answer. Ingredients. I'll be showing you a picture of each ingredient and a price below it that I get them for. These ingredients may last you probably up to 2 weeks. First ingredient are onions. I usually get white onions. I think they taste better with this dish, and they do cost a little bit less than red onions. I usually get skin and peeled baby carrots. For a pound you can get it for around $2. For chicken, I usually get boneless, skinless chicken breasts. Thighs do retain the flavor better than breasts, but they do cost slightly more. Alright, salt and pepper. Small shakers should be around $2 each. I get normal black peppercorn, and for salt you can use iodine salt, pink Himalayan salt, up to you. This part is optional, but I do recommend it if you want a richer, more filling, more flavorful dish. All the restaurants use butter in their dishes, which is why their food always seems to have that factor to it that makes it more attractive than, I don't know, maybe your own cooked food. As for the main flavor ingredient, I get S&B golden curry cubes. You can get these from your local Asian supermarket, 99 Ranch Market, and I prefer the curry cube version, the sauce mix version, over the actual sauce packets. I don't think those taste as good, and they do cost quite a bit more. Ground ginger should help add another layer of flavor to your dish. It's only $3 for a small shaker. You can ground the ginger yourself if you want to chef it up a bit. It will taste better than the powdered version, but I prefer the powdered version. It's easy to work with, saves a lot of time. Rice. I get long grain white rice. I do think basmati rice tastes a lot better, even jasmine rice, but it's just so expensive, even at Walmart. So just get this one from ShopRite or wherever you want. Doesn't taste that good, but it's there. For your choice of cooking oil, choose whichever you want. The healthiest one would be extra virgin olive oil or avocado oil. I don't get that because that costs an arm and a leg, and I just get vegetable oil. You can use canola oil, sunflower oil, up to you. And how much does everything cost? Well, if you buy all of these ingredients every week, which is pretty unlikely, it should be around $8 per meal, and it's a pretty filling meal in my opinion. For $58, that's maybe 3 DoorDash orders, not including tip, so you are saving a lot of money in the long run. The rest of this video is going to be a video tutorial on how to actually make it. It'll be a voiceover for clarity's sake. Alright, so I have my cutting board out with my knife. I'll be showing off some of the ingredients soon. So I've got the 3 pounds of onions, pink salt, black peppercorn, ground ginger, and I've got the cut and peeled baby carrots, and I have my boneless, skinless chicken breasts. So before we get cutting, I'd recommend putting some of your cooking oil, not too much, onto your skillet. Once the oil's on your pan, swirl it around a little bit, get it somewhat evenly distributed across the skillet. This way it heats up more evenly, takes not as long to heat up. I put the heat on low. It's rubbed off on my stove. I don't know, previous tenants might have messed up with that, but I keep it around low. So if the dial goes from 1 to 10, I keep it around 2 to 3. Depends on how powerful the stove is. For me, I keep it on 3. So for each of my dinners, I usually have at least half a pound of chicken and 1 whole white onion. And to cut the onion, you want to first cut it in half and remove the outermost layer and any of the skin, really, and just dice it like how I'm doing in the video. So you want a lot of onion for this meal, but you don't want more onion than chicken. Obviously, that'll throw off the balance of the meal, and it might taste maybe with onion overly sweet. You won't get too much of that bitterness that is a hallmark of Japanese golden curry. To cut the chicken, you want to cube your chicken. And after you do that, you can continue cutting your onions. I usually split it up like this so I know how much onion I want to put in, how much onion I want to save for the next meal. So once you're done cutting your onion, you want to brush it up against the cut meat. You typically want as much onion as chicken, up to a certain point, but I haven't gone that far. So in this case, I didn't have enough cut onion, so I'm reusing some onion from my previous meal prep, and that will help balance out the 2 ingredients. For the carrots, I usually have 5 baby carrots for each of my dinners. I also like to cut them 3 at a time if I'm feeling brave, all 5 at once, but sometimes I get the cuts wrong. It just comes out looking a little lumpy and it doesn't look good. So once you get your carrots cut, you are ready to put it into your heated skillet. Ideally, when you put your food into the skillet with the hot oil, it should make this sizzling noise when it comes into contact with the hot oil. Okay, at this part, you want to, whilst your food is sauteing, you want to put your grind your salt and pepper into it. So I usually do 5 cracks of pink Himalayan white salt into it. I do also 5 cracks of black peppercorn into it. And after that, you want to get your ground ginger and just lightly pepper it across the entire dish. Right, after that, you want to get out your spatula or whatever you want to use. Don't use metal, that will mess with the non-stick properties of your skillet. Bring it out, just toss it a bit, make sure it's cooking on all sides evenly, and reduce the heat if you want a little bit. I do because my stove tends to burn stuff pretty fast. Alright, and you want to keep stirring that occasionally until the food and the chicken is evenly brown. Just like that. And once that happens, you want to get out a cup of water. I use cold tap water, and you want to pour it into the skillet. As for how much water to use, you want to put it in until the food in the skillet is about 85% submerged or so, after it is evenly distributed with your spatula. After that, you want to get out your cover for your skillet and cover it. And you want to make sure it boils for 17 minutes. During those 17 minutes, you want to cook your rice. Once your meal is nearly done boiling, maybe like a few seconds left, get out your butter if you have it, if you want to use it, and cut a teaspoon of it maybe. I don't use too much. You can put as much as you want. Don't put too much. I think a teaspoon's plenty. And once it's done boiling for 17 minutes, just toss in the butter into the skillet. After your butter's in there and slightly melted at least, turn off your heat and get out your golden curry cubes. So I usually use 1 cube for each of my dinners. You can use 2 depending on how much you're making, but 1 should be enough. Once the curry and butter are both in the skillet and melting, you want to keep stirring them until they have both completely melted. Once they're done melting, the dish should appear brown, yellowish brown, golden, right? And you're gonna turn the heat to low to mid. So if it's out of 10, maybe 4 to 5, and you want to get it to start boiling. As shown over here, start bubbling lightly. And while it is boiling, you want to keep stirring it, and it should reach this consistency as shown in the video, similar to that of hand soap, I guess. Right after that, it should only take 5 minutes for this part. You want to take it right off the stove and put it right onto your rice. And that's it. This usually only takes me about 35 to 45 minutes to start preparing and finish cooking this meal. So it is pretty time efficient. I would say this only takes about, for me, 10 minutes longer than it takes to make pasta. So I would say this is a pretty filling dish for the investment required. And I did spill a little bit. My bad. Don't worry about that. Hopefully you won't spill as much as me. And thank you for watching. If you found this meal to be a great balance between cost and dietary needs, especially in college, then please like, share, subscribe. Share with your other college friends. They might find this video useful as well. And if you didn't like it, like and share it anyways. Help a brother out. Yeah.